What's out in there? What's that now?
It's good to take a picture of this so that later on. Want to walk over?
Yeah.
With you?
Oh my gosh, we were in Grand Canyon and our bags fell a little bit and we were like, we're so glad it didn't fall all the way down. It had everything, the car keys, our ID, wallet, everything was in there.
This is the picture of when Prince Rainier married Grace Kelly and she became Princess Grace. What the little tag means. We're in the cathedral here in Monaco. I do not know. The Stations of the Cross here are very unusual. That's the altar here. One. Again, one of the Stations of the Cross. One of the many altars here in the cathedral in Monaco. A ceiling mosaic. And this is Princess Grace and pretty orchids and the lily of the valley there and a rose honoring her grave. And this is one of the other ones. And the Paschal candle burning because it's still the 40 days before Passion. Mark and Pauline in front of the statue of Invitation. And there's a pretty fountain there behind them. Very pretty here in the park where we were in Monaco. That's the village that we are going to be walking up. There's only one street and you go up and down. And what was the castle or the fortification on top, the French king destroyed because he wanted this to be part of France, but it was its own principality at the time. We're coming up the walkway of this village, and they had moved up here because of the invasions that were coming in from the water. They had lived down on the waterfront, and now we have all of these shops, and they sell every kind of thing you can think of. There's a lemon tree there. Mark and Pauline are making their way up the roadway. There's a beautiful rose bush blooming on the side of the shop.
It does to stop, doesn't it?
I have no idea if that's the old fort up there, but the cactus and agave, yeah, even looks like an olive tree there.
Behind, you have the old town where you have today the flower market, and that's the Promenade des Anglais, following the Bay of Nice. Huh? At the very end, you have the airport, and we're going after the border, the river we've seen coming in, all the way in the mountain to see Saint Paul.
All of this is new. All of it.
Yeah. That's today the 5th biggest French town. 500,000 inhabitants. Half a million.
And the architecture
looks really Italian.
He said there's snow on the caps
yeah, but yes,
of that mountain over there.
It certainly does. But how? What range are we talking here? I mean, are there any buildings left from its original?
The old town,
The old
behind the hilltop. Yeah, from
Okay. The snow is over here someplace. I can't see the film.
It's terribly unusual to have snow.
It's a very modern thing.
What do you mean?
It looks like a cemetery over in the green. Is there anything else in there, like a park?
Just the park. Yeah, just
Did he say what this was here?
The castle. I don't know.
The castle.
I don't know what castle. He just said that we were coming.
Here is the Bay of Villefranche, the beginning of the the end of the 13th century, 1295, down there. It's one of the deepest bays that you find around the Mediterranean Sea, so that it gets very busy during the summer with the cruise lines. You see the citadel down there, which is a fort which have been made at the middle of the 16th century, 1550. Same as this one right here. They wanted to be having view signal to overlook, with also Nice on the other side. And then you see the Cap Ferrat, this peninsula there. It's Cap Ferrat, F-E-R-R-A-T. It's today the most expensive peninsula to live in the world. 45,000 euro per square meter. You see just in front of us, you see this green roof with a white facade. This is Charlie Chaplin house. Right inside, on the top, you have a white round house, which is the Rolling Stone one. You also have Paul Allen house down there. That's where Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie stayed when they get the baby. And Jack Nicholson house as well. Monaco is all the way down there. We had a photo stop on the top of this rock when we arrived.
Okay.
So it's just on the other side, and it's also in the middle out there of the mountain.